to push Li down from a high altitude. After that, he used the accident of Li to bribe the press into writing news reports, stating that the apartment building was no longer safe for residents to inhabit. Li was resilient and fortunately did not perish. He turned his bitterness toward life, returning to stab the boss who had pushed him off the building. Following that, Li naturally took over the leadership position and became the new big boss. Once he possessed power in his hands, he brought his subordinates to find Chairman Chu to settle the score, but he forgot one detail. Before becoming the chairman of the construction corporation, this man named Chu had already been a seasoned gangster operating in the criminal underworld long before him. Li was no match for Chu. He was slapped repeatedly by Chu until his vision went blurry. Even when Li drew a knife, Chu still easily disarmed him and gifted him an unforgettable scar right on his face. Chu did not stop there, ordering his secretary to continuously stuff hot potatoes into Li's mouth. Unable to endure this brutal torture any longer, Li crawled on his knees to Chu's feet. He wretchedly begged Chu for mercy, promising to act as Chu's loyal dog for the rest of his life. That specific vow was what kept Li alive until now, and he would never forget the humiliation of that year. After eating and drinking to their heart's content, he and his subordinates brought Minji's body to the harbor to dispose of the evidence. By this time, Hansu's tracking device had only reached 80% completion, leaving them unable to pinpoint the exact location of the BMW. At the harbor, an elderly security guard accidentally discovered Li and his henchmen. Consequently, he was brutally sent to the afterlife by the fat gangster. Having dealt with the security guard, they proceeded to drag Minji's body into the cold storage room. On the other side, just as the tracking scan reached 95%, Hansu's vehicle was suddenly hit by a bomb, causing it to fly 3 meters into the air and roll several times before coming to a halt. Manager Kim suffered a severe impact, but his eyes dared not stray from the radar screen. By the time the scanner displayed 100%, his daughter was still moving inside the cold storage room on the other side. As the young girl managed to break free from the sack, the tracking scanner informed Manager Kim that the location of the BMW was at Myeongbo Port. The person who detonated the bomb to blow up the vehicle was Chief Kong, who wanted Manager Kim to follow him submissively. However, the first person to scramble out was Hansu. He began stretching his muscles and jokingly drew Kang's attention. The moment Kong pulled the trigger, Hansu not only dodged beautifully, but also leaped into midair and performed a spectacular spin, defying all laws of physics. Although Kong watched in utter bewilderment, he still managed to evade Hansu's thunderous kick. Even so, Hansu